What up? Haven't made a video in a while. Go into details, but yeah, just been working on my quads, trying to figure out which one I'm going to end up racing. I'll get into that here in a second. Alright, so basically, I had to pick the 400EX. I'm going to have to race this one, and then I'm going to have to do some work on the KFX 400. But waiting on parts. Gotta get a new seat cover for it. That's supposed to be in today. My handlebar start button, my tether kill switch. I got a new carrier coming in, supposed to be delivered as well today. It's got some play. I tightened it down, still loose, so had to take these B-locks, get them fixed. Apparently my last race, bouncing off the rocks and everything like that. Apparently it knocked the bead loose on the back, and then of course me not knowing it and riding it made it come off the bead, and I tried to get it to bead back up, couldn't do it. This one holds there. This one only leaked just a tiny bit if you left it sit, probably for a week. But anyway, going into details on this, I picked it up a while back for fairly cheap, and like I don't know if you guys remember, but yeah, that's still that's still welded on there. I ain't really too worried about it because it goes through all the gears just fine, reverse works, everything. It's pretty cool, but when I picked it up, it had a terrible chatter. So I rode it. I mean, it still had power. I mean, it was still feels like a 400X, but it was noisy. So I was like, man, I need to figure out what's going on with that. So I tore into it and found out that the timing chain was stretched. Of course, those things happen. But the guy that had did the previous work before me, he apparently took it apart and didn't put the decomp mechanism pin and spring back in it. And to get it to start, he backed the valves out a lot just to get it to start. And, of course I fixed that. Had to take the side cover off, and it had some work done to it. It had a Wiseco, clutch basket in it, but I'm probably going to have to change that sometime soon because it's got quite a bit of play to it. But anywho, now I robbed these 400 shocks off the KFX 400. They bolt right up. The only thing you have to do is, you probably won't be able to see it, but on the back side, you're gonna have to grind just a little bit on the back side. And then on top of that, you got a 450R steering stem, because my Honda 400EX one was bent back and off to the right, and you all are probably thinking, well, it won't fit. Well, you're right, it doesn't directly fit on there, but they will fit on there. All you gotta do is find the right size shims for it. I don't know if you can see down in there. You gotta get the right size shims, and they do. They will fit in there. But this thing, this thing has an issue. So I put all my stuff on it. I take it out a couple weeks ago to find out that first and second gear work amazing. It runs great. Third, fourth, and fifth, yeah, it almost threw me over the handlebars because it was trying to catch the gear, but it won't. So it was, trying its hardest to find something to catch, and it was catching something. What it was, probably chipped teeth or something like that. I don't know. But eventually I'll just, in the wintertime, yank this motor out. Probably go through the transmission and everything. I mean, it sounds good. It runs good, like I said, but after second gear, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. But, yeah, that'll be my winter project, unless I decide I want to get something else out of it, But, I mean, other than that, yeah, I could tell a difference in power between that and the 400DX. I mean, I would much rather race one of these. But, yeah. And that was my mistake as well, because I didn't ride it. I was riding the 450, DS 450 I had, and we were, just cruising along each other. And didn't pay attention, didn't notice that he didn't shift out of second gear, but they could have been honest and told me too, so, but it is what it is. I don't have any bad blood or, animosity towards them. It is what it is, so. But I think, like I said, in the wintertime, I'm going to rip this thing apart, and I'm going to hopefully be able to spend some money on this thing. I don't know if I'm going to get a brand new components, gears, and all that for the transmission, shift forks, everything, or, look on eBay, see what I could find there. But I do want to get a Recluse clutch for this thing. I've never actually got to ride a Recluse clutch machine yet. I heard that it takes away your engine brake, which is fine, I mean, hell, on all my races, I've noticed over the years, I've never really paid attention until now, that when I go down the hill, I use the brakes and pull in the clutch at the same time. So, I mean, I don't even use my engine brake, so it is what it is, though. But yeah, this is what is going on. But at the end of the day, today hopefully I'll have everything put on. I mean, it's Father's Day, so I'm not sure what my kids got planned for me, but I'm sure I'll have fun. But no, like I said, I got a new seat cover, carrier for the rear, and need to hook up the starter switch on the left and the kill switch. So there's more to come. I'll catch you all later.